Jessica, and I'm interviewing Randy Wood, who is a premier banker. What company do you work for?
I'm a premier banker with SunTrust Bank, which is merging with BB&T to become Truist Financial.
Wow. How long have you been doing this career?
32 years in banking, of course, not in the same role.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah, started out as a teller in college.
What did you think your career would be in high school? Did you know what you wanted to do at that point? And how is your initial vision of your future career different than how it is today?
Oh, goodness. Well, in high school, I had a couple of thoughts originally going into it. I thought I was going to be an airline stewardess, or I guess they say a flight attendant now. Then I really enjoyed Spanish, so I thought I'd be a Spanish teacher. And a little bit later, with my writing skills, I wanted to be an editor. So vastly different than where I've landed at as a banker at this point.
Yes, those are very different careers. What is the pathway that brought you to where you are in your career today?
Well, I was working retail in college, and a friend of mine had left the store I was at and went to the bank, and he told me to come along. Once I graduated from college, I ended up going into our retail banking management program. I thought I was going to work in editing, and my manager at that time encouraged me not to take the editing position that I had received after college, but had steered me into the retail management pathway for banking. And here I am 32 years later.
What education was needed for the position you hold today, and what additional training was needed or is needed along the way?
Well, having my 4-year degree in college certainly helps. It was not a requirement when I first started banking. That's something that's really looked at now. For the role that I have now, I've got to have a lot of security licensing through the Securities Exchange Commission, the FINRA licenses. So I have had to have extensive testing, very extensive. And then there is continual education that I have to keep up with every year for my insurance licenses and my investment licenses.
Wow, that's a lot of education. What's your position and job duties?
Well, right now I'm a premier banker, so that's really like a relationship manager for clients who have a good amount of money, I guess we'll say. So I have a book of my own customers that I work with very closely. I partner up with financial advisors, so help with their overall investments. I have mortgage partners I work with when we have needs to look at getting a new home or consolidating some things. I have insurance partners that I work with and pull in. So I really get to know what's important to my clients and kind of serve as that, I say, like a linchpin to understand the complexities of their entire financial needs and pictures and goals from now to the rest of their life.
Wow. What's some brief company information, like what goods and or services it provides?
Well, pretty much things I just talked about. We offer investments. We do traditional banking. So, of course, your deposit accounts, your credit cards, your car loans, your mortgages, and something not so traditional or that would be the insurances that we have available for us. My company also has trust services available for those clients that need them.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff that you guys do.
Yeah.
What type of technology, machines, tools, or equipment do you use every day?
Well, every day I use my computer and I use a calculator. You need to be able to calculate math. There's a lot of stuff you can do in your head. Knowing formulas is important, but being able to understand, when you're looking at loans for a client, does something make sense to them to help save money? Or being able to calculate how much money they could make. With the computer, I need to use the computer to put in all of my information, to put loan applications in, to make all of my notes, to communicate with clients.
Wow. Well, computers are very popular at this time.
Can't live without them.
What are some likes and dislikes about your position?
I love working with people. I love finding ways to really make a difference in their life. When I can find ways to save money for people, make money, or just provide them some overall peace of mind with some things that we do, like when I help with estate planning. That's really important to me. Dislikes is the amount of time is that's spent, which technology is designed to help us, but a lot of times I find that going back and having to put things in the computer, that that's kind of where my weakness is.
Wow. What's your work setting like?
Normally, non-COVID times, I have two separate offices at two different branches on opposite ends of town, and I meet clients at different locations where it's convenient for them, whether it's one of our branch locations or their office where they live sometimes. Right now, I'm working out of my home primarily. I use virtual meetings we use WebEx, so another bit of technology that we have to use. And I do a lot of phone appointments. I used to be a phone banker, so it really helped. I'm very comfortable doing things over the phone with clients.
Wow, that's like a lot of people these days.
Mm-hmm.
Do you work mostly with people, ideas, or maybe things?
Well, I'm definitely a people person. As a relationship manager, it's really all about building relationships with clients. But when you think of ideas, the culture of our company, putting clients first, why we're here, what our mission is, what our values are, we have some very strong ideals in how we really build trust with our clients and always keep the clients forefront.
That's so cool. What would you look for in someone that, if you were hiring someone, like, what would you look for in them?
Definitely somebody who has integrity. That's key. You need somebody that's trustworthy, somebody that's a people person, that can connect with clients. Somebody that has a strong background in finance, that has good knowledge, of banking, good knowledge of investments, financial planning, has the ability to be self-motivated. You can't have somebody that you have to stay on top of, someone that's very well organized. And like I said, it has to be somebody that works well with others.
Wow, that's a lot of traits.
Mm-hmm.
How do you use class content in your job? Like maybe how do you use math or history or English or foreign languages?
Oh, sure. Well, math's a given. I'm in banking. And so some people think you have to be really good at math. It helps, but we have technology. We have computers. So if you know what you're doing, you can use your computers, your calculators. Really understanding formulas is going to help you in determining how much money maybe somebody needs to invest to reach their goals where they are later, or how you calculate if it makes sense for them to refinance now or not. You need to look at the savings they might have. So math is crucial. English, being able to communicate properly with folks, whether it's verbally or written. Do a lot of emails back and forth with clients, to coworkers. Just needing to be able to communicate is really important. And, depending on what your role is, when I was in Northern Virginia, I had a lot of Spanish speaking clients and I was fluent in Spanish. I've lost that now since I haven't had to use it in so long. But I had clients that would come in and I would converse and help them with their banking completely in Spanish, which is really growing as a need in this country. And then just keeping up to date on, other things, history or politics. Current events is really important because I'm always finding a way, something that is important to my customers, that I can connect with them.
Wow, that's so cool. Finally, can you help us to answer the age-old student question, why do I need to know this? Like, why do I need to learn math or maybe specific types of English?
Okay. Math's always important. Regardless of what your career is, if you're going to the store and you're going to buy something and it's on sale and you just trust the people and pay whatever they tell you, many, many times it's not right. So being able to do that math off the top of your head is really important. It's going to help you save money in your life. But no matter what career choice you choose, math's important. Obviously in banking, you need to be able to count money or calculate interest. But if you're going to be an engineer, you need to be able to calculate. You need to look at the angles of things. If you're going to be, do construction, you need to be able to measure out rooms and know how much materials you need to buy. So you need to be able to do formulas like that. If you're going to be a veterinarian, you need to be really good in science. And understanding biology and how things work. Even being a pharmacist, you need to understand chemistry and you need to know how to count and again do formulas properly. English, you need that in pretty much everything. If you're a business owner, you need to write up your business plans so that you can get funding if you're looking for loans. So school, what you're learning in school, sometimes it might not seem like it's really going to be meaningful, but you never know what you're going to need to know until you need to know it.
Wow, thank you so much. This will help a lot of people with their career decision choices. It was so wonderful being here with you today, Miss Wood.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Bye.